Welcome to Mondays with Melissa. Today I want to talk a little bit about trusts, the different types of trusts that we prepare and what they are used for. So people will often come in and say that they want to set up a living trust. A living trust is just a trust that's set up during your lifetime, and a living trust can be revocable or irrevocable. So when you're doing a revocable trust, you're typically doing that for the purpose of avoiding probate. In New York, probate is not as scary as it may be in other states, but people will prepare a revocable trust and fund it with assets. And when they pass away, those assets will go to the beneficiaries of the trust without having to go through the probate process or go through the court system in order for those assets to go to the beneficiaries. So it does move things a lot faster when somebody passes away. So many times families will come in and we'll talk about a revocable trust for that purpose. Now also accounts that have a named beneficiary or a joint account holder, those will also pass directly at death to those individuals. So the only assets that are going to go through probate are those that are either not in a trust, individually held, or don't have a beneficiary. The irrevocable trust is probably the most common type of trust that we do. And the irrevocable trust, for the most part, we use the type of irrevocable trust that will protect the assets for Medicaid purposes. So people want to set up their estate so that their assets are preserved if they need care down the road, whether at home or in a nursing home. Those assets that would be protected for that purpose would be in an irrevocable trust. Now, right now in New York, for Medicaid at home, there's still no look back, so you can move assets pretty quickly out of your name and qualify for Medicaid at home, community Medicaid, right away. But if there's a nursing home need, there's a 5-year look back for Medicaid, which means those assets would have had to have been put into the irrevocable trust at least 5 years prior to the need for nursing home care, which is why you want to kind of do this planning earlier rather than later. We want that 5 years to come and go without any issue. And of course, there are things that we can do if an issue arises within the 5 years to try to preserve as much as possible. But everything in the trust can be preserved once you've gotten through the 5-year period. In addition to these two types of trusts, there are many other types of trusts that are utilized for estate tax savings purposes, for life insurance, and those are set up for different reasons. When we meet with clients, we send out a questionnaire beforehand for you to fill out. That way, when we sit and take a look at what the assets are and how they're held and where they're held, we can kind of make a determination of which route we're going to go and what type of trust we're going to talk about. So at the end of the day, the most important thing is to sit down with an attorney who knows about trusts, who knows why they're done, what they're utilized for, and to make sure that you have the best trust in place for your planning needs. So please feel free to check out our website, give us a call at 631-390-5000 with any questions, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.